the Matilda. But this is like a different level of horror.
It was a kids show.
Yeah.
Keep telling yourself
Absolutely
that.
brilliant.
Where's your puppet?
I feel like I'm completely unprepared now because after that. I wanted to. I've got a poll I want to run past you. But first of all, I just want to talk about something important, which was the football. Sorry, the women's football. Yes! Did anyone watch the women's football? Yes! Yes! Right. I bumped into somebody in Lancaster last week and I was chatting away and I said, "Did you watch the women's football?" And she said, "Oh, women shouldn't be playing football. It's really bad for their bodies, it's awful." And I said, "Really?" She said, "Oh yeah, it's really bad for them, they shouldn't be doing it." And I didn't really say anything, I left and I thought, I'm not so sure about this, because I've been watching men's football for years, and whenever they get tackled, they fall on the floor, and there are men screaming, crying, unable to get up, unable to function at all. And then I watched the women's football, and they were falling down after a tackle, and they just got up and carried on playing their game, which was like, so I've decided that men are more delicate at playing football than women are, because the women are absolutely grand. So I've decided that from now on, I'm calling football, women's football, football.
Yes.
And I'm just going to refer to men's football as men's football. Are you watching the men's football?
No,
Are you watching the football?
never have, never will.
The right football. I've got a small poll I want to run past you, not anything racist. Just, I've just got a little thing I would like to ask people an opinion about. I've got a racist neighbour.
We all have one of them.
I know. I didn't even know she was a racist neighbour until quite recently, and it's a very long story, but I'll make it as short as possible. I have had to befriend my neighbour on Facebook due to a lost dog and a load of people going past our house on horses. And she said, "Find me on Facebook, I'll share the lost dog, we'll be friends on Facebook." And I discovered that my neighbour is a massive racist. So it's like Tommy Robinson, Nigel Farage, send back the boats, all that kind of shit that you get. So I did the great thing, because I don't like anyone hating me. I said, "It's all right. I would like to change her name to protect the innocent, but I'm not going to. She's called Lynn. She lives next door to me." She started putting all this stuff up on Facebook, and I decided I'd retaliate with some stuff about Gamony England. I've got a big sticker in the back of our camper van that is like an anti-racist thing. Anyway, she blocked me on Facebook and blocked my phone number. And that was all fine. And I just thought, we'll just live our lives separately. She can live her weird racist life, and we'll live our lovely non-racist life. Until her cellar backed up with a load of sewage from her drain in the last couple of weeks. So the sewage from my racist neighbour's drain is now seeping into my non-racist cellar and going all over my mother-in-law's camping equipment that's down there, which is really annoying. So I've had to get in touch with her and say, "Hiya, all your sewage is coming into my cellar. Can we do something about it?" And she's like, "Yeah, you've got a builder, you need a builder to sort this out." And I said, "Yes, all right, yes, I've got a builder." So the builder, me, said, "Let's pump out all the sewage from your drain, Lynn, and therefore it won't come into mine. I'll do it for free, all this sort of." I bought a fucking pump off Amazon that turned up today. I was supposed to do it tomorrow. And she sent me a message today saying, "Something's come up and I can't do it tomorrow. I don't want you to come and drain the sewage for free out of my cellar. So can we do it next week?" I'm like, "Yeah, all right, the builder might let me keep the pump a little bit longer, fine." So I'm being gaslit by my racist neighbour when I'm doing something free for her to stop all the raw sewage going into a cellar. So I'm going to do it next Saturday, and I want to know whether, I am going to do it because it affects my property. I want to know whether, once I've drained all the sewage out of her fucking cellar, do I do a shit and leave it in a corner of her cellar? Yes, you do. Or do I do the good thing and just drain it away and go, that's lovely, Lynn, I'm a really nice person, you're a fucking cunt. So I'd like to cheer if you think I should do a shit and leave it in a cellar. And if you don't think I should do a shit and leave it in a cellar, right. I am going to do this. Trust me, I'm not someone who gives a shit. No, I do give a shit. I'm going to give
You
her
need
a
to
shit.
give a shit.
I'm going to give her a shit. Brilliant! Right, next Saturday. Feel free to come round.
Is that when we're coming?
Are you going to live stream
You're
it?
going to and I'm going to like fucking shit in my neighbour's bastard cellar. I fucking hate it. Right. Do you think horrible when someone's really annoying? You've got to do something for. I didn't even want to help her, but I have to. Because my mother-in-law's unhappy about her camping equipment covered in someone else's sewage. Right. I normally do poetry. Well, that was just something I wanted to get off my chest. The lovely lady here is someone I now work with, Beth, who works with me doing my charity not my charity stuff. Jesus, that's a bit grandiose, isn't it? I work for a charity. And we were driving down Morecambe the other day and we saw something on Pedestry outside a kebab shop, and I thought, that's interesting, I'll write a little poem about that. So this is called Kebab Shop. Just give us a minute. That was quite a rant, wasn't it? Just a little moment. This is something from her cellar. Right. Late night fight at the kebab shop, and it's proper kicking off. They're ripping the place apart. The customers are reeling. Someone should stop them. There's chilli sauce on the ceiling. White shirts and steely grey eyes. The bouncers have stepped aside, throwing looks and flapping right hooks. Nobody steps in. Nobody calls 999. Nobody gets in between. Donomy flying, unfurled like a prize-winning toenail, spirals up in the air. Another attacks from up there. It's a skyward dogfight, but these ones aren't leathered. They're beefed up, chipped up, high as kites. These ones are feathered. Drop a kebab in a seaside town and be afraid. They'll take the lot, fight for every drop. You were warned, there were signs in the eatery. You can't say what? We didn't know. They've taken flight with all their might, with everything, including your jalapeno. That's that one. And then I thought I might do. Do you want?